Oh, hey, YouTube channel. Sorry, this is round 4 starting. I mulled 6 and didn't realize I didn't have my headset on or was even recording it in the first place. And I was just so excited after that last round. I think Standstill, like honestly I haven't played against that deck all that often, despite it being so prevalent. That's really like the first time I played against it, to be honest. I don't think it's like the most unwinnable matchup. Like it has some difficult points, but it doesn't feel like as difficult as Delver would, for example. But I definitely am kind of blind going into that matchup as far as like what to sideboard, what to aim for. This might be actually the same deck. Tundra Days makes me think it probably is. Alright, well if it is, let's put it to the test again. Like, I feel like compared to Delver, I have more time to set up. It's not as aggressive, this version. The Standstill compared to, like, Delver. And its threats, I feel like I can, like, kind of pinpoint and disrupt, like, very specific parts. Right, its threats are limited, I can, like, deal with it that way. Like, I feel like Urza Saga is probably the most pressing threat. Murktide, of course, too, but that last round, like, I just took a hit from Ragavan for, like, multiple turns. And as long as they couldn't, like, follow it up with anything, it didn't even seem like all that big of a deal. God, except for taking my 3rd prime time. I can't believe that. And sometimes when I'm playing, like, recording or streaming, I'll think something, and right before I, like, decide to, like, maybe say it, it, like, actually happens. Like, it doesn't seem like, oh, probably wouldn't really happen, but it still does. Ugh. I wish I could just permanently put my exile zone somewhere. My monkey zone. Alright, so let's fire that off end of turn. If we're lucky, we hit Cavern of Souls. I don't want to play Primetime in today's, but I will probably fire off Endurance next turn. I hope they don't Murktide this turn. There's Saga. Yeah, I kind of feel like in this matchup, the needles should be directed at Saga. Like, that's their win condition. And I feel like I could, like, run them out of ways to win, potentially. Watch, they're gonna take, like, Monkey's gonna take, like Cavern of Souls. Cloudpost. Alright, that's fine. You won this one, Monkey. There it is. I mean, they probably have Stifle, but fuck it. Let's make them deal with the prime time. You know what time it is. How many times am I gonna have to respond to Moto? Giant. Get him prime time. Crush this monkey. Stay, fool. If I do get the trigger, I'm just gonna get Eye, Cloudpost. I know it kind of plays into Wasteland, but I got this Endurance to just get it back if I want. I could also Vesuva and their Saga. And yeah, so one thing I really like about the Cloudpost deck in general Just like any other archetype in Magic, it has its own like very specific interactions with like other new archetypes when they come out. And I realize now that like our copy lands, Vesuva and Thespian Stage, kind of gives you some neat play, some nice counterplay against Urza Saga. Kind of in the same way that like Dark Depths does with this deck. Yeah, it's always something new with this deck. That's the reason I love it. And my buddy that played the Standstill deck to a top 8 in one of the challenges, I don't think he ran Submerge in his sideboard. I don't think I remember seeing it in the list that I looked up. That seems like a kind of card that would be that you'd see in a deck like this. Also, I wonder if like Stifle, like do these decks always run Stifle, or is that like vary? I feel like my lack of streaming recently has made me out of touch with some of the happenings, like the new archetypes, new decks. If I was streaming this live, somebody would answer me right now. I know you're thinking about mentioning in the comments, like, oh yeah, they always run Stifle. But you won't say it. Tony just wants to know. Alright, I'm just like rambling about shit now. Man, I got so pumped up after that last round. Just running down the clock. Dodging Stifles. Freaking Monkey. That was a fun round. Yeah, it was like the same as this too. Like Cavern of Souls basically forced in the prime time. Cavern of Souls into Primeval Titan. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. Assuming no Stifle, no Wasteland, and I get to attack with this prime time. I have 15 mana to go get Ulamog. If I draw a Locust land, then I would have the 20. Of course. Oh, interesting. Damn it, it's fucking Pithing Needle. Well, since they're probably going to name my Eye of Ugin, I think I'm just going to Vesuva, get a couple of Vesuvas on their Saga, and try and win that way. It seems like a fun thing. Man, this deck is annoying though. Yeah, okay, let's just get our attack, see if Stifle happens. Yes, let's get two Vesuvas here. I feel like this is probably the best thing to do here, right? Saga. Let's follow up with the map. Okay. Now the question is, do I want to crack the map? Or do I want to play Yavimaya and hold up Endurance to flash in? Or I could go get Karakas even. Yeah, let's actually get Karakas. I think that's the best thing to do here. That'll, like, somewhat protect me from a monkey that's hot on the trail. It's also considering getting, like, a Thespian stage and getting a third saga. That's probably overkill. So this thing is going to be like a 4/4 at least. If they make it a 4/4, then they have to tap out, so that's probably fine. Should probably think about just getting life gain at this prime time from here on out. Watch, you're gonna get Pithing Needle now and name Urza Saga, I bet. Foundry, okay. And Pithing Needle's such a big thing these days. People have caught on how good Needle is. Not my Cloudpost. Ah, didn't attack. Oh, yes, yes. Excellent. Alright, can I play this before I attack? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can. I think it's worth doing. Preserving my prime time. I'll just kill the construct tokens. I won't get to make good use of my sagas that I copied, but it will keep the prime time around longer, which I think is definitely worth it. Oh, maybe I just want to hit the Pithing Needle. Yeah, I might as well do that. Hit the needle in one of the constructs. Yeah, that makes the most sense. And these constructs aren't going to do a whole ton for me anyway. It's a thing I've learned. Let's just kind of take my mana away. Let's play our land out. Yeah, let's definitely hit the eye and the construct. Let's final answer. Ulamog. Let's get Glimmerpost here. Force pitching force. Just get life gain. Just be safe. Probably cast this Endurance during their upkeep. Alright, I guess that makes me have to turn down Karakas. I think we just pass here. In a good spot. Got Eye of Ugin coming next turn. Yeah, I'd rather just Karakas that. I'd be okay with this being stifled. Alright, yeah, as I figure this matchup out, I feel like it's not the worst matchup by any means. I think I'm going to do my same game plan as last round. Right, leaning more on like just endurance, kind of being like a stopgap from their damage. Did I decide out all the crop rots and all the reclaimers? Something else I did too. And maybe it's worthwhile just bringing all the Force of Vigors in as well. The needles are annoying. The foundry, the sagas. Yeah, I like the forces. Yeah, like all of these cards seem pretty good. Maybe endurance is like the weakest of all of them. Let's cut depths. Do I need Kozilek really? I might be willing to cut Kozilek in this matchup. I don't like to do it, but I can accept it. Also questioning how good Tabernacle actually is. Like their mana seemed kind of taxed pretty heavily by the end of that game. But I think if I get to that point, I'm not going to want to try and rely on this. Yeah, let's try it like this. Again, this is like something I'm pretty inexperienced with, this matchup. I'm going to risk this. Come on, Forest. So a more cowardly person would just fire off that Once Upon a Time in their upkeep to like try and guarantee it to happen. But if you just play it cool, they'll never suspect that it's really that important. Let's take that endurance. Let's attempt a carpet. Don't daze me, bro. Oh, man. Oh, maybe this is a deck where, as early game like this, I can like try and out-tempo them. It's not bad. Let's try and find a Cloudpost. I'll fire this off. Their upkeep. Let's see what happens. And these Vesuvas could be, like I was saying, copy their Urza Saga, and copy theirs, and then kill their own one. That'd be pretty funny. Once upon a time. Glimmerpost, Endurance, Ulamog, Prime Time. Probably just... Do I want another Endurance? I think I actually do. Between having the extra green cards to pitch like Force of Vigor, and I can also Vesuva my own forest. Probably will end up doing that this next turn. Ooh, unless they Saga. Then I might just Vesuva that instead. Standstill. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna Vesuva. Two can play that game. Oh, that was another great thing about last round, when they had to break their standstill. Yeah, man. I know people have been complaining about Legacy quite a bit recently, but I feel like I'm having a pretty good time with this format. Lots of new powerful cards in Modern Horizons, weird interactions that haven't come up yet. Another endurance. Let's hold this Vesuva back for the Cloudpost that I'll likely search up with this first saga. Copy my Cloudpost that way. Sit behind their Standstill for as long as possible. Maybe I should have copied the saga and continued that plan. Construct, yeah. Let's make sure to activate this before they search up, because they might get Needle. Let's do it now. Should probably think of getting like another green source, considering all these endurance in hand. Foundry, probably. I have some decisions to make depending on my next turn with the saga. Like, rather than make the construct, I could decide to like go search up a map, and then thinking Tabernacle possibly. Like, they're gonna be under so much pressure. Like, their mana's already like taxed. Oh, I cited out Tabernacle. God damn it! All right, we'll forget that plan. Also, if they still have Stifle up, I think I'd prefer to just probably just make the construct. It's like, how long can I possibly not break the Standstill is the thing. Or do I just want to focus on plan A with the ramping? Let's see where I draw. I bet they have Stifle. I guess they have to break the Standstill then to do that. Yeah, let's go get map right here. And just focus on the usual plan. Like, I should start playing out like this Vesuva and working on that. Also could have gotten Pithing Needle there. So I'm being a little risky here, playing into Wasteland. But decision's been made. Now, the real question is, like, how long can I hold out against this token generation? Is the opponent thinking of breaking the Standstill at any point soon? I don't know. Let's pitch an endurance. If I was the opponent, I'd be pretty nervous about what I'm doing. Let's just take this. Ooh. I guess I'll chump this next turn then. Can I even afford to play this Vesuva out? Suppose I should read this more carefully. Alright, they can't make any more this turn of this, so that's good. Alright, I feel like it's getting to the point where I should probably just break the Standstill. Between the Force and this Needle, I'll lead with the Needle. I assume it'll probably get countered. And then after that, I'll just go for the Force on their upkeep. Probably hitting their constructs, most likely. This might be all incorrect, so... not sure. This lack of a second green mana is also really hindering these endurance. I still think it's better to just ramp towards this Emrakul, but I'd be wrong about that. Alright, let's say the Foundry here. And then I'm going to Force of Vigor on their upkeep 2 of the Construct tokens. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, Force of Vigor seems incredible in this matchup. Definitely want the full set for it. Wow, nice. Okay, note to self. Keep Tabernacle in this matchup. Definitely wish I still had that. Oh, what if we drew a Cavern of Souls this next turn? Get the uncounterable prime time. This looks like Murktide. Jesus. 5/5. True name, Jesus. Ooh. Okay, let's try and keep it together for one more turn. Get to this Emrakul. I'm dead to a bolt. Maybe they side that out though. Fuck. God. Perfectly timed wasteland. I'm probably dead now. Really got punished by never finding a second green source. I'm fine with the course of the game, but in hindsight, it definitely didn't work. Fucking wasteland. Alright, I'm gonna attempt it. It's the only choice I have. And they have 5 cards still. There's no way. Stranger things have happened, I guess. Or they have like Stifle. Just show me opponent. Boo. Okay. Man, fun games so far though, I gotta say. Alright, Tabernacle's coming back in. I need to figure out how vital these endurances are. Maybe just 3 of them is fine. I'm fine with 61. I have no shame in running a 61 card deck. If 80 card decks are fine, then 61 cards are too. You know. Kind of miss Kozilek here too. Just keeping the threat count density high. Kozilek does that, being a threat. I can't keep this. Try it. Do I put the Prime Time back or the Rec Sage? I'll put the Prime Time back. Pretty painful to mulligan this matchup, just considering I'm using all these Force of Vigors and Endurances. I'm taxing on the cards in hand. God damn it. You wasteland. Probably have like a Stifle for this too, right? No, Prismatic Ending, right? Ugh. It's foiled at every turn. Alright, at this point I think I just have to go for Reclaimer, unfortunately. Yeah, what am I thinking? Like, nowhere near Prime Time. And honestly, I feel like getting dazed in this early part of the game is kind of fine. Just because they're not developing at all. I feel like that's acceptable. Nice. I think I'd prefer to hold the Yavimaya. If they have another Wasteland, I prefer this Tabernacle to bear the brunt. So I was waiting for that. Damn it. Alright, I'm just going to slam the Rec Sage. Let's see if this happens too. Now I've given them so much like card advantage that they're probably pretty close to like a Murktide. Alright, let's just slam this. Success. Go on, opponents. Everything helps me. Everything you do helps me. Except that. Thopter. Don't think I want to fire this off just yet. Ooh. Getting kind of close. Closer than you might expect. It might be worth firing this off right now, honestly. Like, this thing is just going to accumulate so much. I don't know, I have Tabernacle for that. Alright, let's wait on this. Let's wait on the Force. If they want to tax their mana that way, I'm okay with that. Also, the Tabernacle taxing them will entice them to fetch up more islands, furthering my goals. I should probably think of blocking with this Rec Sage ASAP. Alright, I guess I don't have to worry. Mostly to free up my own mana. More islands, yes. Boo, monkey. Don't take any good stuff, please. Nah, Ulamog, shit. Not my Ulamog. Come on, mana source. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna search up. Yeah, this is another reason why I hate siding out Kozilek at times. Like, I only have Emrakul now in the deck. God, fucking monkey. Is it worth getting Emrakul, though, is the thing. Might actually be. Maybe I just want to Force of Vigor right now. Yeah, let's do that. Follow up with Karakas. Yeah, anytime I feel like trying to cut Kozilek in like a fair grindy matchup, I feel like I always regret it later. I feel like I've been proven right here. Mr. Ragavan. Come, Mr. Ragavan. Yeah, maybe I should think of finding a Vesuva or a stage. Making use of their saga. I also need to utilize my eye before they like needle it. Ooh. Alright. This prime time is being attempted first. That is the first thing that will happen. If this works, this should seal it. Yeah. No stifle, no stifle. Ah, God. Ah. Alright, at least there's a prime time. This deck is so annoying. I also wonder if they play anything like Blood Moon. No, probably not if they have Saga. God, so annoying. Just can't give me my lands. Man, I really hate not having Kozilek. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's at least get the Big Daddy, Big Mama. Big Mama Emrakul. It's also a spot where I kind of miss the old Walking Ballista that I used to have there. Yeah, they might just like needle my Karakas here. And of course the monkey had to hit the Ulamog. Fucking monkey. Pithing Needle, I'm sure. Maybe they'll name Eye with it. Come on, name Eye of Ugin. Not Karakas, please. They have to figure, like, if I'm searching up Emrakul here, I probably don't have, like, another target. They did name Karakas. Opponent is wise. Let's go for it. Will this primetime work? Come on, please work. Yes, yes. Get the Cloudpost and finish them. It feels so, like, liberating. Just finally getting the primetime down through all the hate. I'm sure it'll get, like, swords right here, watch. But, yeah, do we need carpet for this Emrakul? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, we don't even need carpet. I have exactly 13 due to Yavimaya. I can't do my infinite turns, though. Because of their needle. I'm just going to take this. I don't want my prime time to get bolted. Kind of wish they would just, like, swords it here if they have it. They might be waiting for me to just pay my cost. I'm gonna pay for it still, but it's kind of okay. Excellent. More Cloudposts. Now let's start getting Glimmerpost, actually. Yes, they shall be finished now. Seven, 12, 13. The legend itself. Alright. Yeah, those are fun. I feel like I'm gaining my grasp on this matchup. We are 3-1 now? Yeah. Nice. I'll probably post this to the YouTube channel. This has been a fun one. Stick around.